This is a good decision to join WintiSpeakers. And you have decided because you are getting positive vibes in 3 sections. Improving your English, public speaking without hesitations, and having fun together. Glad that you're here.
Well, hi, and welcome to WintiSpeakers. I am Nico. I'm one of your original co-founders, and I would like to tell you real quick why we decided to build this club in the first place. So it was Christian and I, and we were both looking for a Toastmasters club in Winterthur, and there actually was one, but it was German speaking. And we both thought if already we invest an evening into doing public speaking, we might as well improve English at the same time. And as you heard from Christian, we do this while having fun. So welcome to the club. I really am looking forward to improving together with you and having fun alongside. Thank you.
Yeah. So, welcome to Toastmasters. You've taken the brave step of joining us, and we look forward to regular meetings every Tuesday. One of the first things that you'll notice, we have an onboarding program. In this program, this means that you are matched with a mentor, and this mentor will take you through a journey to support you onboarding during Toastmasters. So the first thing that we'd like to do is match you with somebody who will be suitable to help you, somebody who's a little bit more experienced in the Toastmasters journey. And we leave it up to you to connect with your mentor and arrange regular meetings and ask for specific feedback and guidance on all of our systems and overall support in your journey. Thank you, and I wish you a good time at Toastmasters.
Hello, and greetings from me. My name is Mark, and together with Hilda, we are responsible for mentoring and education. So Hilda just spoke beautifully about the mentorship and how we pair each other up to help you grow in your public speaking. And I'm going to briefly talk about the education piece. So there is what we call Pathways, and Pathways will help you select your area of focus where you want to develop as a public speaker. It's a great platform. You can find many, many great resources. And our friend Krishna is going to share a little bit more about that later in the video. But I also want to talk about workshops. And we will be organizing at least once a semester a workshop on a very specific topic where we can grow together, learn from each other.
The main idea is help the new members to build communication and the leadership skills in a flexible way. That means in a personalized way.
That's perfect. Great. Thank you, Krishna. So yeah, maybe let's have a look. If you can share your screen, and we'll start at the very, very beginning.
So first, you need to go log into your Toastmaster International account, so which is I'm trying to do here. And then there's an option it's called login. And you go to the login, and you use your credential, your username and password.
And this credentials, where do you receive these credentials, Krishna?
When you became the new member, when you receive your payment, and we make the payment to International Toastmaster with your ID and with your email address, and you will receive an email from the Toastmaster International. You receive the link, and you go to the link and you use the email address that you provided us as information, and with this email you choose your own login. So actually you make your own.
Got it.
Once you log in, then you will land on this page, and there are so many options, so many things. The most important thing is your base camp, how they call it. So on the base camp, you go and you will see the pathways you chose. But before that, you will have chance to see all the pathways in a brief, what the pathways is doing. So you can go to the learning hub and have a look. I think this you'll do with your mentor, where you can go and see, okay, which is the best pathway, which is the career, or what is the skills you want to develop. And this gives some kind of a test, where you can see, okay, what the pathways are doing. And there are so many videos. You go and check all this learning hub. But once you have the pathways, this is how you track. You always go to your base camp, like when you go to mountain. you have the base camp.
Now, Krishna, could you say just very briefly, how did you choose your learning path? What was your
Yes.
process?
Yes. When I was new and I went to this all learning hub, there was short videos about what the strategic storytelling is about, what the dynamic leadership is about, and also there are some questionnaire where you can tell which way you want to go, and Pathways also suggesting you this could be the pathways you could choose. So actually you can also make some assessment in the system which gives you an feedback that are the top 3 pathways that you could choose. So actually this is very intuitive and helpful. And there's on the learning hub that you can find to have an assessment based on the questions, based on what you want to grow, and it will suggest you 3 or 4 pathways that you could choose. And from the 3 or 4, then you decide which is for you the best. So actually some built-in system built in on these pathways that you can make an assessment at the beginning.
Yes. And so did you choose persuasive influence?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think that was suggested me persuasive influence and dynamic leadership based on the assessment, the answer I provided. And from these 3 or 4 suggestions, I chose the persuasive influence.
Okay.
And now what you see here is my pathway. If I have many pathways, then you will see on the top here also the other pathways also. At the moment, I only have 1, so it only shows me persuasive influence. And if you go and click here, and now on the very top, it shows me the progress I made. So that means I'm 76, almost 80% all the completed. So it's still some tasks are open. And you see here important is the level 5, which I'm now. And if I go to the overview, now you'll see what I have so far completed. So it means I completed level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 means which I'm doing now. And after that, I will complete my path. Then I could choose, or I could even now choose different path, but then I will finish this one path, then I will go for the next path.
Okay. So each path has 5 levels to it.
Yes, each path has 5 levels. Up to level 3, they are always the same, and then they will differentiate based on the path you chose. So
I see. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 is always the same. So if you complete pathways for persuasive influence, and then you open a new pathway for strategic storytelling, then you'll go directly to level 4.
Well, I don't know. I think then you always start from the level 1, I guess. I have not done. Once I did, I will I will let the club know. Well, I think everything will start from the level 1, I believe.
Okay. Got it.
And if you see my screen,
I can see your screen, yes.
Yes, I'm showing what the level 1 is about. So you see level 1 has, so each path has, they call it projects. So there are mini projects that build the pathways and the levels. For example, the first project on the level 1 is always about icebreaker. It's about making your first speech. And here comes, if you follow the pathways, how it is designed, all the projects and what they're asking, it's overwhelming. It's a huge task. I also found lost at one point because there are so many things. So how I use the pathways, that I found it's suitable for me, because once you join the Toastmaster, you always want to improve your speaking. You always want to improve your public speaking, leadership skill. For that, you always need some ideas to talk about. You need speech ideas, and it's kind of black box. If you just think of any idea, then you don't know what's my idea. What should I talk about? Should I talk about leadership? Should I talk about negotiation? Or should I now talk about active listening? conflict handling, it's a mess. I mean, you get lost. And how I structure and how I found is easy following pathways is I go and I start my level 1 and I see, okay, it's an icebreaker. And the project icebreaker will tell you what this icebreaker is about. It could be about you, it could be about your work, and make a speech. You take the topic from this, you take the idea, you take the objective, what you want to achieve from this pathways, and you make your own. So I check the level 1 has projects of ice breaking. Okay, it's about me. It could be about my work. Okay, I talk about my passion. Mark, if you remember, it's about watching movies, and I came up with some ideas. That's exactly that was suitable for me. I don't need to stick what Toastmaster the Pathway is telling, but take the idea and made for me. And that's where I found it's much motivating also, because then you achieve what you feel you want to say, but also get the objective and the ideas that you don't need to think long to come up some your own. And that's why I always stick these pathways, just to get an idea, topic ideas, made my own way, and stick to the objective that I want to achieve from the pathway. And that's the way I always do.
That's very interesting. So, because like you say, it can get a bit overwhelming, right? Because each one of these, what do you call that, projects will have a whole number of different videos and PDF documents and all kinds of, great content and tips, but you can lose yourself in that, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that you lose your own ideas? So,
and also,
yeah.
And also, if you're a new member, you want to grow, you want to achieve something, you want to speak, you want to get rid of fear of speaking, then you see, okay, in level 1 I have 3 projects, 4 projects. So the first one is icebreaker. Okay, it's about me, work, anything. I have ideas. The second one is about writing a speech with purpose, and what kind of idea it is Toastmaster is suggesting, and then it's about the vocal variety and body language. Then you don't need to even think of so many other things. You just think, okay, I have 3 projects. One is about icebreaker. I could talk anything. The second project is about having vocal variety and body language. So I focus on that. And you can come up with any story, anything. Just stick to this vocal variety and body language. Then you complete the path. At the same time, you improve on something which you want to achieve. And the third project would be evaluation and feedback. So you give evaluation and feedback to other persons. That means you achieve something and you complete your path. So this way you keep motivating and you keep in the track. And that I recommend highly, to not to go by text everything what the Toastmaster or the Pathway is saying. It's overwhelming. It's a huge, but it's still getting motivated and oriented.
Got it. Yeah. And I assume that, for example, in vocal variety and body language, there'll be some very good tips within that project, right?
Yes. So you can get always the tips from there. You just see how you can vary your vocal variety, what body language, what kind of body language means, what kind of message. So this is the tips you can get, and you can use it in your own way. And so whatever it's saying, you can see and you can use it your way, and that's where you feel it's your project. It's not the project for Pathway. So
got it. And how long does it take to go through a level like this?
Well, so at least you need to make 3 speeches, right? So it depends how many projects. So for example, I think level 4, they are like getting bigger. Then you have a project, then you have electives. So you have to complete all the project, means you have to have a speech. So for example, level 1, you should have at least 3 speeches. Level 2, understanding, active listening, 3 speeches. So you see, level 1, at least you need 3 speeches to complete. If you do every 2 weeks in 1 speech, then you will finish within 2 months. again, it's also your
It depends on
motivation
your own
also.
rhythm. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So this all thing comes in place.
Okay.
I
Great.
think level 4 is getting electives and all these things getting.
And what do you feel you have learned the most as a public speaker, Krishna, throughout these last year and a half?
Well, it's always about having the muscles memory. I mean, there's nothing. People say some are born public speaker, but it's all about, comes to one point, the more you practice, the better you get. It's even you go for the gym or you go for the public speaking, it's all about muscles memory. That means the first day when you have an icebreaker, the feedback you get from your evaluator and also from the participants, and you work on this feedback, you read the feedback, and the next day you go for the next speech, you think all this feedback in your mind and try not to repeat. But of course, you don't have enough muscles memory, it will come again. And then third time, at the fourth time, then somehow it becomes natural. So it becomes your muscles. Remember this. And these are the tiny things, means you should motivate yourself more to go in the front, whether it is your prepared speeches or about your impromptu speeches, we call it table topic, evaluator, taking some roles, put yourself in a situation that you have time to talk more in front of people. And at one point, you even don't feel all the hesitation you had in the beginning because you have enough muscles memory. So it's about doing it. Yeah. It's about doing it often and often.
Yeah, I like that, muscle memory. That's a really nice way to think about this. Right, that's really good. Now, you mentioned table topics. Is there and impromptu speeches, which is essentially table topics. Is there anywhere on Pathways where one can learn about table topics?
It's about, there's a one, I think it's level 4. I had one project about handling difficult audience, I guess. Yeah. So this means you prepare something, but it doesn't work. And there's just some ideas how you can handle. And table topics more or less same thing, because you have no idea what's coming. So how can you use the situation and make in a way that that you bring your message clear. But there's not exactly about a project being good in table topic, but somehow related.
Yeah, that's great. Now, is it possible for me, if I'm taking a certain pathway and I've completed level 1, could I go and explore level 3 and skip level 2? Or can you only access level 3 once you've completed level 2?
No, you can do it, because it's only for you. You can just go and explore and come back again. And how it is, because you choose yourself. I completed, because there's no one doing this. You choose that, you said, okay, I completed level 3, and your VP education will approve. You can talk to your VP education in case you mark that I skipped level 2, I did level 3. But it's up to you. You can do this. You can go to the level 5.
Okay, you can navigate between. Now, can you speak just very briefly about how this connects to EasySpeak?
Yes.
So when you put in a speech, how do you connect this? Maybe you can share.
This is also because these two systems, Mark, at the beginning, they are not interlinked, right? So EasySpeak is independent platform or tools that how we organize our speech, how the team is organized, like our WintiSpeakers, any is internal organization tools. Toastmasters is a global platform where education programs are there, where we want to improve, choose the pathways, but they are not connected. So that means how we can check your progress. So you make the speech, but you want to you like to know, I make level 1, level 2, and in the EasySpeak there is a one way to choose whether or not your speech is about pathways. Are you choosing the pathways? And there are options that you can choose. My speech is about level 4 dynamic leadership or level 3 persuasion, and then the system will know that you have achieved all these levels. But it's a manual. It's not linked. There are two things. One, you have to tell the international pathway that I completed this path, because you click by manual. And at the other side, when you choose your speech ideas on Toastmasters, then you also choose which pathway and which level you are choosing. So you have to do both sides manually.
Let's maybe quickly share this. So what I'll do is I'll share my screen now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just log into EasySpeak.
Mm-hmm.
Here you see my EasySpeak profile. So here you have request a speech on the left. So when I go to request a speech, we click on that.
Yes.
And then you have a pop-up and you would put in your title, right? So persuasive leadership. I don't know. I'm just
something.
Yeah. And then you would go to workbook.
Yes, this is
and
important.
Here, what is this here? Start a new workbook.
Yes. The first one would be then, yes, this starter, yeah. And then you choose all the pathways here, 11 pathways if they have, yeah. This is all the pathways is designed.
So a workbook means all the different pathways, right?
Yes, this is which pathways you are choosing, yes.
Okay. So for example,
you see the
persuasive influence.
The old one, I don't know what they say though.
I would choose the new one. Okay.
Yes. And then
so here you see persuasive influence now coming up. And then I would say what level?
Yes.
So let's say level 3, conflict resolution.
Yes.
And so that's complete. And then you go to your preferred dates.
Yes.
And you can select, you can see which dates are already taken. So September 16th and 30th is full. There's 2 speaker slots available on the 14th of October. So I'm going to put in, that's my first choice. And then October 28th is my second choice. And November would be my third choice. And then we go save. And then this request will go to the VP of Education and they can then approve it in the system.
Yes.
Okay, good. That makes sense.
This is how it is linked. Again, it's not linked automatically. You have to do manually. So this is how it is.
All right. Wonderful. I think we've covered all the important parts. Is there anything else, Krishna, you want to say to the new members about pathways or education in general?
Yes, I say, like, I mean, again, I have been Toastmaster clubs, and most of them they're hesitating using pathways, which I agree, because it's overwhelming. But again, you can use it in a way that is suitable for you, that makes your work even less. Thinking about the topic for your next speech, it's time consuming and bothersome, because you don't know what should I talk. If you ask me now what should I talk next speech, I have no idea. It could be anything. But if I go and check my pathways, what is telling me, I can make my own. I can take the ideas and make my own way that is then suitable for me and also motivating for me. And that's the way I recommend new members to use the pathways.
Are you ready? Yeah, it's Tuesday night. Time to stand up, speak up, shine bright. With the speakers in the zone. Find your voice, claim your tone. From first timers to pros on the mic, we're here to grow, connect, ignite. Public speaking with good vibes only. No fear here, we're never low.